Hey guys, sorry if I seem a little low energy today. I got up early and I just feel like total dog ass. I'm tired as fuck. But as you can tell by the title, I'm going to talk about a few things that are really grinding my gears about fucking Siege. For a while, Siege has been going downhill since the start of year 10, when Siege Extra. Some would even argue it began to show signs of decay even earlier. Now, if you have watched anything on my channel, you'll notice that most of my content is Siege content, whether it's just me talking about the game or playing it. Siege is my all-time favorite game, full stop. I have so many memories of coming home after school and just grinding ranked until like 3 in the morning, and that cycle repeated itself until around year 5, with Operation Shifting Tides. Around that time, I became fatigued of the game. So did my duo. So I hung it up for a while and went to play other games. I would play it here or there, but I didn't dedicate near as much time as I used to. I came back around Operation Shadow Legacy and just not feeling the same about the game that I fell in love with all those years ago. From there on, I played on and off, but it never felt the same. It may just be rose-tinted glasses, but today, there's just so much neglect of Siege occurring on Ubisoft's side. I made a video a while back that happens to be my most successful. In it, I talked about the state of Siege and how I feel about the game from a ranked point of view. Ranked 2.0 has been nothing but a cancer. And to prove my point, I played ranked last season and sweat my dick off in solo queue. Nonetheless, the rank I achieved before I lost interest was Plat 5, which is nothing special, and I consider myself as an average Siege player at best. In Ranked 1.0, my highest ranked was Gold 1, and I grinded a whole season, 5 stacking for that. And Plat 5 was just where I stopped. I could have gone further because the games just felt too easy. I thought of even going for Emerald, but I started school and I just didn't have time to grind, juggling work and school, plus having enough free time to myself. The point of this is not to gloat that I reached a new personal best, but to tell you how I felt when I got it. It just felt like I didn't really earn it. Rank 2.0 has made the higher ranks more accessible to shitters, and yes, I consider myself a shitter because I make more mistakes than I should for the amount of hours I have invested. As I said, to many, Plat 5 is not impressive, but even Gold felt like I was playing in Copper. Gold was once the hardest rank to get out of. It was. There's no debate. It's the proving ground for a Siege player, where they can attain being in the top 50% of players. It's where people who are grinding to Plat or Diamond back in the day always ended up. Even higher ranked players have said as much. Golds have gun skill but lack game sense, so you never know where they're gonna play or what they'll do. With Siege X, the content has been lackluster. They took ACOGs away from defenders, again, after reverting the 1.5. It always seems like something's getting nerfed in recent Siege. If an operator is fun to play and a little OP, then they nerf them into the ground. Meanwhile, the operators that have been useless since launch are untouched, like Sens. His submachine gun is probably the most fun to me, but he offers no real utility. Why has he been left alone? While Blackbeard and all the other shields have been nerfed. Having some OP ops in the game is good for the health of the game. Nerfing them doesn't fix anything, it just makes them more stale. Focus on the bugs and buffs to make the game more enjoyable for the players. Not every operator has to be this cookie-cutter vision of perfect balance. The most fun point in the game's history was the most broken versions of the game, like how Bandit and Jaeger launched with ACOGs. People look back fondly and even advocate for them to be restored. Sure, it was a bit broken, but the player base has evolved since then and are more able to combat them. Gamers aren't just running into the maps anymore or peeking stupid angles that they have disadvantages, not nearly as much. I'm not saying that they should have them back, but that's an example that came to mind. They appear to be going in the right direction with the Solace buff, but the community had to start an entire movement and threaten to boycott the game. Only then did they hear the players out. Nonetheless, they did listen to the players, so I'll give them a point for that. Another glaring issue with Siege are the cheaters. With Siege's shield guard, they promised that the cheating situation was being dealt with. But on the first day of the season, cheaters came out in full force, showing just how incompetent Ubisoft is at dealing with them. Instead of going with a kernel-level anti-cheat, they opted for a less effective version of something they were already using, because that worked in the past, right? And they even made the claim that it works better than Riot's own anti-cheat, Vanguard. We saw just how effective it really was. They say they want to put more resources into battling cheaters, but they don't want to use the most successful tactic to do so. I understand some of the players don't feel like dealing with such an invasive piece of software on their PC, but Valorant has shown that it can work with no repercussions. And if you don't want that level of anti-cheat and you're adamantly against it, then don't bitch about cheaters. I know that's a hot take, but the cheating has gotten ridiculous to the point of one being in higher ranks every other game. I even ran into some in gold and plat. I'd hate to see how emerald and diamond are, and will be all season without getting banned. I'm sorry for those that think a kernel level anti-cheat is a bad idea, but that is the only option for Siege at this point. Either that or Ubisoft threatens to sue the cheat manufacturers for infringing on their IP. It can be done. Call of Duty did it to the most prominent software that was plaguing their game. It'll set a standard and hopefully the influx will become manageable. If they don't take huge steps to combat their problem, then their game will die. Just like people have been saying for years. All they're doing is what they have been doing for the last 10 years. The same thing isn't helping. You have to think. There's a reason all of these big name content creators are leaving the game. The game that made their career, ones who have been there since the beginning. People like Pox on Locks, Jinxie, and even Uzi have grown tired of Siege. Uzi hasn't quit it yet, but he's highly considering and branching out to variety a bit. And I guarantee if Siege doesn't get better and his variety content takes off, there's really no reason for him to stay. He may love the game, but just like so many other creators, his love is waning. From being lied to time after time, from the lack of content or the launch of older content and passing it off as new. As Pox said in his video, Ubi now has a game plan for future content, simply relighting older maps and saying they're new. All the while, they still play the same. And there's nothing else like it on the market. It is completely unique. The clones of the game don't count. I'm talking about actual competition, and there's nothing that scratches that itch like Siege. But there are a lot more shooters out there that are more appealing at them. I've been getting into CS a lot lately, and I wasn't sure if I would like it because it's not as tactical as Siege, but it has its own charm. And other shooters are coming out in droves. Arc Raiders just came out in October. Sure, not the same genre, but still a popular shooter. So this has just been me venting into the void. I'm just so depressed about the game in its current state. This game is and will always be my favorite game, but Ubisoft is slowly killing their own cash cow, something they can't really afford to do right now. All of their other IPs are struggling, and now Siege is following suit. Anyways, I'm done. I just had to get this off my chest. I may or may not edit the video of last season since I totally forgot about the game since I dropped it again. I will be uploading some CS content since it has kind of replaced Siege for me. Expect one really soon. I'm in the middle of editing it. It's a sweaty video and it's really refreshing, completely trying a new game. Be on the lookout for that.